Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
A great opening, Michael Dean. Thank you. Welcome to DBL. It is Friday. We made it to the end of the longest week I feel like we've ever had.
Of the year?
Of the year. It just started. I'm Tori. Got it. I'm Tori here with Jeff and Brandon. I'm hearing that Lindsay's not with us yet, so that's why there was a little pause. We'll get to her.
Did you not get my joke of the year thing?
What?
It's the first week of the year.
Yeah, I did.
It should have been a little more received.
All right, Jeff's being real grumpy today, just so everyone knows, okay? I'm just letting it out there. All right, here we are at the end of the first full week of 2021, as Jeff said, and what a week it's been. There is a lot of continuing fallout from the riot at the Capitol. We're now learning that a Capitol police officer has died from his injuries after clashing with the mob. I believe he was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher and passed away from that. The president gave a speech and promised an orderly transition to the new administration, but is facing a ton of pressure to resign. Now, several members of his cabinet have resigned, including Education Secretary Betsy DeVos. Let's not forget 2 new members of Congress, though, were elected this week from Georgia. We never had a moment to congratulate Warnock and Ossoff. So after all that's happened, the question is, how did this week make you feel?
Why don't we start with you? Should we go in order? We don't have Lindsay yet?
Do we have Lindsay? I want to make sure. No, we're going to go with Jeff first because I think we have some B-roll for you.
Listen, Tori, I don't think I got the message completely in the morning meeting about this, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not completely focused on what the government is. That's really focused on 2021, what I could control, right? Again, people are going to write in, you're not being sympathetic to COVID, to what people are going through, to different races and nationalities and cultures. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying. When I reflect on this past week, I reflect on maybe this might be a better America moving forward in 2021. I don't mean to me that they be that all the time optimist guy, but you have to have a positive outlook for the future if you want any sort of positive results, right? So my thing is, looking back on this week, it was a terrible week for America. It was a terrible week for many people. But a lot of people are out there pointing their fingers about whose fault this was and what would have happened if things were reversed. Let's take the situation for what it is. It was horrific, right? Let's take the situation where it's going to be next week and the week after and in week 3 in a month and whatever. It's going to be better. We're going to be better. Trump just put out that tweet yesterday, and again, I hate just saying his name because already people get all up in arms. But he said, listen, we're going to have a smooth transition. Even it seems like he is giving in a little bit to this, which means his followers should give it a little bit to this and move forward. Basically, I'm rambling on here.
No,
I totally
no,
didn't get the message. Listen, I just want to show a picture of my kids. Okay. That's all I care about. I should have just did this and be like, this is what I care about. What do you think, Brandon?
I think you said a lot in terms
I'm sorry.
Of it can get better, right, Brandon? Go ahead and jump on that.
Yeah, and Jeff, you shouldn't feel bad about feeling grateful for your family, feeling grateful for your health, feeling blessed in a sense, because in a dark week like this, why would we sit and why would we dwell on the negative? So if people are coming at you right now and saying like, oh, you're being insensitive, no, that's not true. Because to help other people, you have to be, you have to feel secure and you have to be healthy and happy with yourself within. So I'm beyond thankful after this full week for this platform. I'm beyond thankful for my grandparents, the time I got to spend at home, and I'm glad that I get to have these talks with my mother because she's out here living in Denver with me and my sister right now. Because since I turned 36, October 16th, every day I think of death. Every day I think I'm one step closer to my demise, to dying, as we are. I've never thought about it like that. And then you throw in a week like this where all this chaos and all this craziness, and you bring in all this frustration, but you realize I have the opportunity to be the good in life. You know, I could be mad. I could be, this is hypocritical, the way they treat black people, the way that, yes, I am. I am infuriated with that. But at the same time, I realize that I have the privilege to be in a position to help others, to send the elevator up for others. And that's what I'm going to dwell on for this entire week.
Good for you two, to be honest with you. I'm grateful to have you here to keep me on the straight and narrow. I think we do have Lindsay back. Lindsay, are you there? And if you are there, could you let us know what you felt about this week? These two felt, to be honest, there's a new dawn coming. Something better is approaching, I think, and then I have a privileged platform to speak from it. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, this week was really weird because I can say it was one of the best weeks of my life just to reconnect with Colin and relax. We did some yoga. We stayed at Stonefield Villa Resort and just relaxed and did meditation. And so this was really a time to reconnect. And I'm still in that mindset of just like floating and relaxing and getting back to my peace. And, you know, it's been a chaotic year and I'm not letting anything stop that. And so I understand we work in a job where we're constantly bombarded with news. But that doesn't affect my day-to-day. When the cameras go off, I'm relaxed and in my space. But it is weird to come home and juxtapose that with seeing white supremacists storm our Capitol and knowing that if we try to say we're just getting better from here, that's a nice sentiment. But understanding that our history shows that these type of tantrums and people holding Confederate flags and being racist is something that happens on and on and on. I mean, countless times we have slavery and then we have police that turn into slave catchers. We have Jim Crow laws that try to stop black people from succeeding. We have GI laws that stop black people from receiving the proper care after they come back from fighting for this country. You know, we have the Little Rock 9 incident and how white supremacists reacted to that. So to look at this incident and say we're getting better and better, we actually have to face and accept the reality that America is in right now and that we have a lot of people that actually are not dealing with accepting and acknowledging racism. And so once we do that, and hopefully with Joe Biden and Kamala, we actually reckon with our past and discuss it and talk about it so we can find historically how we cannot go back and repeat the past like we did on Wednesday, because that was very disturbing to come back to.
Well, sensitivity training just writes in, I agree with you, Lindsay. To be honest, if I'm going to go to myself on this, I'm a little bit more on the Lindsay side here. What I realized this week is I'm very blessed, yes, but I really wanted to see and show the audience what I saw was such a clear distinction between what happens when you have a group of black protesters, let's say, and white rioters. So this is, I think I have pictures. This on the left, you guys might have seen this. Joe Biden spoke about it earlier, said his granddaughter sent him this picture. This was the Capitol, right there, the same Capitol that was rioted during the Black Lives Matter protesters, okay? Full gear, full camo, ready and prepared. And on the right, I could not stop saying, how are they just getting in the building? They just got in and they stayed there for hours. So I think for me this week showed me very clearly the difference between what people look like when they riot or protest. And remember, those are two different things. I saw a clear, distinct difference, and I'm glad Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to address that, because if we don't, we've lost. We've lost, in my opinion. All right, please write us in. Let us know how you feel about this week. It feels like it's been 10 years. Also, we're all jealous of you getting to be closer with Colin. Do you guys agree? We all want to be closer with Colin.
And
I'll bring him around soon.
You're glowing this morning. What did you have for breakfast? Because I want what she had.
She had a trip to St. Lucia. That's what she had.
Listen, let me tell you, this sounds real crazy, but Colin went to the supermarket and got me Honey Nut Cheerios and skim milk, and I feel like a kid again. So I'm very happy about that.
That's awesome. All right, well, moving on to more the fallout of what happened. The D.C. police and FBI are all on the hunt for the people who were seen storming the Capitol. They've released photos of the suspects, asking for the public to help ID them. We're going to show them here. It turns out that a lot of Gen Zers are great internet sleuths. Using people's social media posts and the pictures from the riots, they've actually identified many of the people. A number of these suspects have lost their jobs. Others are facing arrest. So what do you think of these young internet detectives helping law enforcement track these people down? And what should happen to them? Let me just say this. Two groups of people I didn't know, because I'm old. One, the TikTok users identified so many, and they actually took filming of some police letting people in. I mean, they were the crowd source that was on the ground. And two, the K-pop fans that like the band BTS, they also are becoming sleuths in order to help identify this. Brandon, what do you think about all this?
I mean, I absolutely love it, because
the youth.
No. I love the fact that our Gen Z is so involved in this, so involved in this change. Because if you think about it, our generation, we kind of look up to the ones before us and be like, well, we're in this mess because of y'all. And I feel as though my little sisters and all who are in college and all, and they're looking up at us, our generation, and was like, you know what, I see you guys are keeping the change going, but it's not going as fast enough for us. We don't want to live in that world. So my sister Madison, my sister Jason, Tyson, like I look at their posts and I'm so inspired. You know, I'm so inspired by that level of awareness and that level of fairness that they have, because yes, they did condemn the riots and the looting over the summer, but at the same time, they also educated their friends and educated other people around them. So these Gen Zers,
it's amazing. I want to get Jeff really quick. Yeah. You don't love social media, but for this purpose, kind of turned out well, no?
Absolutely. Listen, you know, we only have 20. I hate when you go to me when there's 20 seconds. I was like, please just move on. But of course, here we go. I don't even know what to say. Yes, I think it's fantastic. And I'm not saying it's not fantastic, right? But we get pigeon. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Great. Good
there
talk.
There we go.
Really well said. Coming up.
Oh, wait, hold on. What's your last thought? Oh, we're out of time. Sorry. Read the keys. Go for it.
Wow. Gets me right there on a Friday. Coming up on DBL. Could President Trump be removed via the 25th Amendment? What is the 25th Amendment? How realistic is it with less than 2 weeks until he's out? And later, we are chatting with award-winning actor Michael Chiklis. This guy is awesome. About his new Border Patrol show, Coyote.
Wait. Oh, no, sorry. Finish up.
Don't go away. I hate you. Back to DBL. All right. Well, there are a lot of people, I'm sure you've been hearing, demanding that the president be removed from office for his role in the Capitol riots. So I want to explain this so it's easy for everyone to understand. There's two options on the table. We have impeachment or the 25th Amendment. Now, if he were removed by the 25th Amendment, it would require Vice President Mike Pence and a majority of the president's cabinet secretaries to make it happen. There is word now that Pence is not on board 100% with that idea. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer are also considering impeachment. If they go that route, right, and Trump is convicted this time, then he would be banned from ever being president again. I want to check on that. So what do you think should happen, and what do you think will happen? The 25th Amendment, just so you all know, has never been invoked, ever. Never. Now, it's kind of quietly, when President Reagan had to go under for anesthesia, we had that, sign off just when he went under, but it's never been invoked. Lindsay, do you think we're going to get the 25th on this in the last 12 days of his administration?
Honestly, I just want the next 10, 12 days, like you said, to be done with. I think that because it's going to be so partisan, if they do go the impeachment route, I don't think they're going to pass and use the 25th Amendment. But if they do decide to impeach him, that is going to be the process that we've seen in the past. And I think people who are, let's say they voted for Trump and they're trying to figure out how they do not align with what happened at the Capitol and understand that that was provoked, then they will look at this as another intent to be partisan and then feel like they have no place to align with in this next leadership coming up. So I really hope with his statement that he just put out saying that he will peacefully transition the power, I hope that he stays true to that and that his cabinet members that are still there hold him accountable to that so we can just really move on, because 10 days does not need to feel like a year.
I got to push back a little, and Jeff, I want to get your take on this. I think if we let nothing happen after the Capitol was breached, then that becomes the norm and there's no consequences. And I think if we can get Amy Coney Barrett through a Supreme Court justice trial hearing in the Senate in 1 week, we can impeach this man, in my opinion, in 1 day. Remember, it has to go through the House. They already have the numbers. And then it has to go to the Senate for him to be kicked out. Now, I don't know if the Senate would do that, but we saw some senators changing their mind at least. What do you think?
The Bears are in the playoffs this weekend. Oh, go Bears. Listen, man, can't we just get through this next 2 weeks? I'm with Lindsay.
Why does he get a pass? Why does this get a pass?
I don't care if listen, put him in prison, let him free. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care.
I don't think that we're so numb about it.
But Tori, I don't think it's a pass. I think that we want to arrest the people at the Capitol. We understand that it was provoked.
I think he incited violence and should be either removed from offices, not have the nuclear codes, or certainly be censured or impeached, or something should happen so that this doesn't just get down in history.
But if we go through the process and nothing happens, I think that the entire half of the country that voted for President Trump is going to be frustrated again and go into a new administration exhausted all over again and not even give them a chance to try to start and fix things.
I hear you all, and you're all exhausted, but the founders would want this taken care of with a consequence. They absolutely would.
Thomas Jefferson.
We'll be right back. The Bears!
Ladies, what's the first thing?
Welcome back to DBL. Actor Michael Chiklis stars as a Border Patrol agent in the news CBS All-Access show Coyote, streaming right now. I caught up with him earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars. Michael Chiklis, welcome to DBL. Let's get right into it, Michael. One of your best-known roles was obviously in the Fantastic Four films, in which you played the Thing. Now, there's rumors swirling that Marvel might reboot the franchise. So the question is, which actor would you like to see don the Thing's trademark rocky skin?
There's some great people out there that could do justice to that role. I don't know. Who do you think?
He's kind of a rock figure. The Rock played The Rock. He's the Thing.
Right? Kind of, it feels like a natural, I suppose.
My answer to everything is, who do you think could play this? And the answer is always The Rock.
Okay, let's go with The Rock.
We'll go with The Rock. We'll go with The Rock. All right, let's get into some other characters you played. From your starring role on The Shield to the Fantastic Four, which we mentioned, you played more than a few tough guy characters. Now, I want to know, do any of these characters resemble you in real life? Or is this the complete opposite of what you're used to in real life?
I will say Vic Mackey is very different than myself. I guess in ways he was a guilty pleasure to play because, you know, when in life do you get to be that cocky and throw your weight around like that and get away with it? You know, it was fun to do, but nothing like me in real life, that's for sure.
Well, so it's a little skate for you. I like it.
One of the great things about being an actor is you get to role play and, you know, walk a mile in another person's shoes. And in the case of Coyote, that's what we're doing. I'm walking 100 miles in another man's shoes. It's all about a journey.
When we get to the United States, you'll have to apply for asylum. You're gonna need to know what to say. In English is better, okay?
Let's get into your role on Coyote because it looks very exciting. You play a Border Patrol agent who is forced to work for the same people he spent his life trying to keep out of America. How do you prepare for that role?
Well, what I'm really proud of is that it's not political. It's a human story. And you asked me how I prepare for it, you know, in a number of different ways. First of all, you have to talk to people from both sides of the border and you have to get everybody's points of view. And that's another thing that I'm really proud of is that we represent everyone's point of view. We shot it in Mexico 100%. Mexico's another character in this play. You know, you really feel the place and the authenticity of it. So it's just physical and magnificent. It's beautiful. It's eye candy to look at. We were supposed to shoot 10 episodes for the first season, but of course, like everybody else, we got COVIDed. And it was frustrating because we were in the middle of one of the great experiences collectively of our lives. And we can't wait to get back down there and start shooting the second season. And regardless of what happens politically, the border's still going to be there. And these questions are going to remain. And this conversation needs to be had.
Absolutely. Very timely, very interesting, fascinating concept. But Michael, before we go, I want to ask you quickly, because me and my co-hosts always talk about what we're binge watching. Anything you suggest to the viewers that you're binge watching right now? Like
so many other people, The Queen's Gambit was extraordinary. But we've been doing Schitt's Creek. What a fun, funny show. The first season, you know, starts off fun and then it really deepens and gets better and better. And, you know, especially right now with all the stress and tension in the world, if you want to just escape and laugh and just be silly, I would highly recommend Schitt's Creek. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Michael, thank you so much. If you're not binge watching Schitt's Creek, please catch the new series Coyote on CBS All Access. Michael, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Thanks for joining us here on DBL, buddy. Best of luck to you.
Cheers, man. Happy New Year.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Welcome back to DBL. People love bumper stickers, but you might want to think twice about them. We're telling you why in today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. Bumper stickers could actually inadvertently tell criminals all about you. So sports stickers might reveal that you're not at home at night because you're at a game. Stickers can also reveal personal information, like how many kids you have and even their names. Yeah, I'm always worried when I see those stick families because they can be like Andy if it's written there, you know? Then there are those baby on board stickers. They signal to criminals that your hands could be full at your destination, making you an easy target. That's really good. When it comes to driving for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote.
I don't even have a car, but we keep doing these segments, and I'm like, maybe I should get a car and get Car Shield. This is awesome.
You definitely
We're
should.
doing our job.
You definitely should. Do you think the amount of bumper stickers indicates how insane you are by any means?
Yes, sometimes. Lindsay, we love you so much. Stay beautiful and pink. We'll see you on Monday, same time, same place. Bumper stickers.
Tori's got 20.